Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Check this out, people. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna make this shit a series. You know what I'm saying? I'm still debating on what to call it. Might call it black owned, black crime all the time or something like that. It's just something man, something I just want to speak on real quick. All right, now check this out. The dude, Crip Mac. Now, a lot of people might think this is dumb shit, or this is that. Actually, just the people who need to hear this message gonna hear it. Because I think what I see is certain things need to be pointed out because they're not being pointed out to people in ways where they can comprehend it. Okay? Now, this is the whole thing with Crip Mac and all that. Okay? You know, I was checking this stuff out. I actually like the dude. You know what I mean? I actually like the dude. I think it'd be a funny dude to hang around and shit like that. You know, and I actually think he'll real. But it's just like in the video I did, in the gangster disciples against the Crips, you know, I was pointing out, like, the strategy that gets put into play by the people in certain races who are bad, not the ones who are good, the ones who are on the bullshit. You know what I mean? They always keep people fighting against each other, especially black people. That's the other races that are the ones that are on the bullshit. You know, because there's not just everybody bad in a race. You know what I mean? But the ones who are on, the bullshit, this is, like I said, a standard operating procedure. Because I'm sitting here looking at, this is the thing, okay? You'll notice that sometimes certain things get promoted harder than others. And a lot of times the things that'll get promoted will be, but a lot of times the things that'll be, get promoted, real heavy, will be things that's not good for your black ass. It's not. Okay? Because if you think about it, somebody who is in a gang that somebody that's in a gang, right, that has problems with other Crips, black gang, it gets blown up, it gets blown up, and then they bring in peoples of separate of the opposing gang on the shows. Talking about how they have beef with Crip Mac's hood, or they have beef with his set, and then you got the youngsters, and then the people and then the shit starts to get, it was already up as it is, and I understand that shit, and I understand about how it is to have to feel like you gotta get back and all that, you know what I'm saying? But my whole point is things can get turned up more, and they're being done like that on purpose. That's really just what I believe. I really believe that, you know what I mean? And it's just people, like, as usual, just get pitted against each other. And this, unfortunately, this is the truth what I'm about to say. Like I always say, things gonna have to play its way out, but I'm still gonna say things for the people who are supposed to get it. But what's gonna end up happening is, man, like this whole shit is gonna have to just come crashing down to the point to where it's literally gonna be, people are not gonna start doing the right shit until, and so that's I see it for what it is. I see one facet of it, at least. You know what I mean? Just because people are smiling in your face, that don't make you the goddamn friend. And, people do like drama and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, a lot of times people want to point the finger, and then they're not looking at the responsibility that they have played in this shit. They can't even see their responsibility in it. People would want to go ahead and ban drill music, and to a degree that would make sense to a degree, but they got the newspapers, like they had the thing with Tupac and Biggie, the whole East Coast, West Coast thing, that people make money off of this shit. And people to promote stuff too, and be making money off of it, and don't want to see the role in it. And then you see, this is the thing. You have to, it's always a good idea to look. If you are in a box, you might want to study the box to try to understand what the fuck, how did you even come to be in a box? You know what I mean? And man, I swear to God, I'm not saying that I never had people who were older than me who you know, that taught me stuff or whatever, but you know, like for the most part, like I never had somebody like me as a older homeboy. You know, I wish I actually would have. You know what I mean? Because at certain ages, you really just don't think about stuff like this, and it would be good if you did. See what I'm saying? And so, I mean, what's one example that I can give of real? For those of y'all who don't know, you know, they literally had a manual that a racist slave owner made. It's called Willie Lynch something like that. Or just, I forget exactly the name. I can't believe that I forgot that name, but it actually was a system on how to like pit black people against each other and how to, you know, get your slaves this or slaves that. You know what I'm saying? And one thing that I remember, I worked for this offshore company, right? And I remember that the dude who was the fleet mate, who was like in charge over like all of us, he was just like the biggest, swollest black dude that was just around, just the tallest, the strongest, just motherfucker looked like a goddamn Super Bowl linebacker or some shit, you know. And in that rule book, somehow you get the, you know, the strongest slave or the strongest black person and have that one to control the other ones. You know what I mean? And so it took me a while to figure that out. And I've seen that in a couple of ways with certain people in my life at certain times. I'm not gonna say names and stuff like that, but let's put it like this. I definitely 99.9% sure that the person that was teaching this person, he was teaching him these techniques. And that's all I will say about that. Okay, but that's what I'm saying, man. This shit here is, I don't know, man. Shit crazy. You know, then you got Charleston White. He says, you know, things he says, and just in whack 100 saying this and this. But I mean, it's just like, God damn. It's like, can you get you be able to get along with anybody? That's, I mean, back and forth. Motherfuckers is fighting in the street. It's shootouts. It's this person gets that person. It's this rapper's group against this rapper's group. And ain't no, and motherfuckers just don't get it. They just don't get it. They just don't see it. They don't get it. What if Fredo Bang and them and Young Boy and Actress Yoshi, what about in that whole situation? What if they would have came together and made money? You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. It'd just be so much more better. I mean, the shit just goes on and on and on. And I have experienced a lot of that stuff myself. Okay? Because a whole lot of my problems coming from my own people and the ones that were militant. You know? Or other rappers that are supposed to be down with black empowerment. I mean, they acted like just like one of these motherfucking gang members in the goddamn street. You know? Really did. That shit crazy. And the militant people and the person that I'm talking about, whatever, the people, you know, they were supposed to know better. So, just wanted y'all to think about that. And I'm sliding out of here.